Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. Carl, you wake up later that next day. You went to bed late, so you don't wake up until afternoon.
Okay, I am left undisturbed in my little wizard locked room. That
Yeah.
I think okay. So then I wake up and memorize my spells.
Okay.
Uh, let's do enlarge, detect magic, color spray. Featherfall is still memorized. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should finally cast an identify.
Do you have a pearl?
I have 3.
Hmm.
God. Rope trick. So this is going to be like an hour and a half. Blink. Clairvoyance could be nice, actually. If I want to clairvoy, I don't know. Do Phantom Steed for now. Okay. 4. I need one more level 1 spell. Should I bother identifying the ring and potions? Is what I'm wondering. That takes like a full day of purification.
Yeah, identifying takes a long time.
I don't get enough downtime to cast these spells. It's 1, 2, 3, Featherfall. I guess we'll do another Spider Climb. I could just lock myself in the spare room for the 2 weeks. All right. At some point, probably around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I emerge from my.
At the base of your door is a tray of food for you.
Okay.
You can eat that now, or you can go get fresh stuff. It doesn't really matter.
Probably both. Maybe I snacked on. If I had noticed, I probably would have snacked on that while I was studying. But maybe I didn't. I don't think I emerged until. Okay. Yeah.
You find Greller outside drilling troops. You find Baron Song outside on the wall talking to Kel Crystal.
I think I sheepishly approach Lord Song and Kel Crystal on the wall.
Okay. They see you coming, and they take time with their conversation. You show up, and they're still in the middle of talking about something. It takes a few minutes for them to finish up. They're discussing, policies for when people arrive and what to do when people are asking about Carl or Georg.
I'm standing like awkwardly excluded from this conversation about me.
Yes.
I'm not even invisible.
Nope. Eventually, they finish up, and Baron Song takes the few steps over to where you are. Well, a rider has come from town. It appears there have been gruesome murders in town.
The ghost of Georg?
Something like that. Lydia is dead, as I'm sure you know. I will have to appoint a new sheriff.
That's a tragedy.
Yes.
And Lydia had no daughter.
She has a sister. Maybe time to call her in. She's kind of a useless sort of person.
By all means, let us arm her with a mighty halberd.
Yes. Well, we will see. I'll send for Vanessa later. Carl, I think it is time that you leave your house in town. Perhaps for the foreseeable future, you should live here.
I should have just burned it down.
I will see to one of these rooms being made up for you as a more permanent residence.
There's a. Oh wait, no one can even no one can even get. Okay, yeah, my fortune is in town, but it's behind like several wizard locks. I was gonna say like send someone for it, but I can just do it myself. I can do climbing the roof. I guess one of the shutters was blown open. No, I'll do that under cover of night at some point.
He says, Greller returned late last night, the deed done. Now we wait and see. Hopefully this pays off as we had expected. Anyway, back to the business of beforehand. Any plans on how to arrange marriage between myself and Lady Dysek?
Are you fucking kidding me? The endless quest giver. He's just like, well, on to the next thing. Who needs healing? Truth be told, I've been somewhat preoccupied.
Yes.
However, I guess on to the more mundane. Did you get my note regarding the temple and Mother Olman?
Yes.
I believe she means to usurp Dysek lands. I give a shrug. Perhaps this is something you can intervene on? Impress the Lady Dysek with your... I don't know, the woman. How does she feel about religion and our good mother?
Publicly or privately?
What's the difference?
Publicly, we all praise the names of the gods. Behind closed doors, I think most of us don't really give a shit. At least those of us of the noble class. I hear the lower levels truly believe and truly are devout. Can't imagine such sheep. I was thinking we would need more magical means to secure her romantic attention. I doubt there could be any series of words that would persuade her to love me.
Don't sell yourself short. In any case, I have not forgotten about this quandary, but love is a long game, and
time is on our side.
Yes, you're a young man yet.
Do not forget that her son must die by accident. Clearly an accident before we are betrothed.
Yes, no wraiths.
Actually, a wraith would do, actually. A wraith would do quite well.
By the gods, I hope there are no more wraiths. And I sort of like lean against the wall and gaze out into the plains to the east. I look around. I guess I ought to settle in.
Do so. Gather your things, what you need, and make yourself comfortable. It will be easier for us to communicate with you living here.
Great. I don't know if this is what I wanted, but maybe I can finally build a tower. The only things I don't have on me are a crowbar and a chest with a fuck ton of gold in it. But I don't think I need to get those immediately. And do I have to pay my cost of living expenses if you just stole my house? There are a bunch of books back in town that I do want.
You know, considering the you do need to pay your cost of living because that's kind of what you've been doing all month long.
How can I pay my cost of living when all of my money is in a house that you just evicted me from?
Just magic the money away, because the idea of the cost of living is just you've spent this much money over the course of a month, and we just tally it up at the end rather than doing it bit by bit. So just drop the gold from your inherent wealth.
Okay,
Okay.
so I had 1100 in the chest. We're
God.
subtracting. I metagamed it and leveled down right before end of the month so that I would pay less in rent.
Yeah. So it's like
In case I
250.
got some catch on. Yeah, so
Yeah.
250, bringing me to 850.
Yeah.
At some point, I think I will transport the books and my chest from Carl's house to the Motte and Bailey.
Sure.
But
It
huh,
can be done. Do you hire someone to help do it with help you carry these things, or do
I
you
don't,
try and like haul it by yourself?
I don't think so. I think I'll load up the dozen or so books I have into the chest, and
But your horse can't carry that much weight. Your phantom steed can only carry 50 pounds.
yeah, then maybe some night or I could even send. I think I will bring it up with Lord Song at some point and tell him to. Oh God, then they'd have to sneak in through the window and get. No, I do it myself, and maybe it's even over the course of several trips. I think I could drag a chest in one trip. So like some in the middle of it. Maybe we'll even need to role play this out at some point. I don't think it happens today. Maybe it happens tonight. But so yeah. Um am I just like I just get that wizard locked room?
Yes. Unless you would like another room, but they're all pretty much interchangeable.
No. I do think I will like take the is the forge up and running? I got it
Yes.
operation. It is so there is there a blacksmith?
No, I mean no one's in it working it currently, but it
Okay,
is
so I think Gaylord
ready to work.
will take that over.
Sure.
So he'll I think I'll mostly use that as
Okay.
like my space. I'll
I
get the
do want to note that there are two different rooms that you could stay in. The first one that you had stayed in before, the one that was occupied,
Mhm.
has a window looking out the south side of the keep, away from town. The one that you
Mhm.
were in right now has no windows.
Okay.
So if you would like
Did
the
I
other
figure out
room,
who's in that room?
what?
Did I figure out who was in that room, or do I need to go investigate that now?
You didn't figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you'd like that other room, you just call it, and then maybe unwizard lock the other door somehow.
It's not possible. Remember we looked.
You'll need to dispel magic at some point.
I think so, or we just remove the door frame
Yes.
for all the rooms, or we just never shut it.
Right.
All right. So then I guess after this conversation with Lord Song, I'll head into the keep to see who's in my room.
Sure. You get to the door. It is standing open. There's some servants that are changing the bedding.
I
They're
have
also
some.
changing the bedding of the room that you were just in.
Yeah.
No, they're not because it's wizard lock shut.
Yeah. I'll approach and ask them and say, who stayed in this room last night?
I thought you did, my lord. The the bedding was all ruffled. It wasn't you?
Of course it was. What are you, crazy? And I turn around and walk away.
They bow their heads and let you depart.
They're probably scared shitless. They think they just failed a test or maybe passed a test or who knows. That's really weird. I wondered, was it an assassin or just Greller? Whatever.
All right.
Ask someone if I have a chance, but like if I bump into Greller or Lord Song again, that's curious.
Is there anything else you want to do in particular?
No, I think I like unload my stuff in the forge, make that like my workshop slash study kind of. It's probably nicer than the room. And I'll get the furnace going again. Silly Lord Song letting this forge go to waste.
I cannot read my own writing.
And
Okay,
then
so
I'd like to see the surgeon that he called. I guess he never did. Did he call
no,
a
he
surgeon?
didn't call a surgeon.
So, so I'm just healing naturally. Okay. I mean, yeah. At some point, I guess I'll go to Lord Song, ask about the surgeon and my wounds, and I'll probably give it a while because I just like talked to him. But later that afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
I'll need a surgeon, and then I'll need like the help getting. Getting No, I'll tell him I need to pick some things up at the house,
Okay,
and I probably don't have to. I'll do that by myself at night.
sure. All right, so we can just skip forward a few days then. It seems,
Oh,
unless
okay.
there's things that you really that didn't sound like any that needed to be role played.
No, yeah, if you're fine not replaying it.
Yeah.
If I ask Lord Song who stayed in
He has
the
no
south
idea.
room,
Yeah.
he doesn't know, comes and goes, and is
He seems. Huh? Someone was in that room. Ask the servants. He seems unconcerned.
okay. Can I have asked Greller at some point? Maybe like after he's done training.
Sure.
If he knows
Uh,
who stayed in the southern room last night.
he just looks down at you like, why are you wasting my time with questions about who's sleeping in rooms sort of look, and walks away without saying anything.
But it's my room. This is all getting creepier than I would have thought. I don't know. It's a mystery, but I don't know what can be done. Is there a doctor in the keep where that gets
A doctor can be brought from town.
okay.
The same doctor that you.
And his rates suddenly triple.
No, they stay the same. He's a man of science and does not believe in fear.
All right. So I get stitched up, healed up, get
Mhm.
back to studying my lightning bolt.
Okay. The rest of that day.
Yeah, and I think that night is when I'll. I guess we don't want to skip forward a few days. We
Okay.
skip night. Do you want
To that night?
sneaking in the dark into my house and then dragging the chest?
There's not much role playing that needs to be done with that. The roof is a little bit more constructed than when you last left it.
They are
It's
rebuilding it.
no one's told them to stop yet. They walk in, or you can just walk in, open the door, grab the chest,
Yeah,
load up your
everything's
stuff.
unlocked. So once they finish the roof, it will be sealed once again.
Yes,
My
except for
secret
the
hideaway.
window.
I probably leave the chest then, and because I think I can I'll be encumbered, like tiptoeing at movement rate 6 out and around town.
That's fine.
But I pick up my 19 books, so that's like a fat stack.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of books.
Even
Each
for
one
chest,
probably weighs 5 or 10 pounds. You're gonna have to take multiple trips to do this.
90. Okay. Yeah, mostly get the gold. Okay, so so maybe this doesn't need to be rolled, but so probably multiple trips over the course of that night or maybe the next couple of nights.
Mm-hmm.
I eventually get the books moved up to the keep, and
Sure.
my gold was the first thing I grabbed.
The next day,
a chest that I can wizard lock in the blacksmithery or in the room.
your bedroom has one.
Okay.
You can be given a key to it if you'd rather not wizard lock it.
Wizard lock. I will be the bane of some, or maybe you know what Georg is. Georg is the hand of the dungeon master, making all these magically locked and hidden treasures all over the land.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Buried holy shield in the plains somewhere. Magically wizard locked room with forgotten gold coins inside.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the next day is Wednesday, the 2nd of March. At the end of this day, you do learn Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt!
And you also hear the servants going about making preparations for Baron Song's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get him anything.
You've been preoccupied.
I got him so many things. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I should have just saved one of them for his birthday. Damn it. That holy flail would have made such a great birthday present. Why didn't I give him the ring? Is that a little too romantic?
It's probably a little romantic.
Give him one of the potions. Yeah, that might be a nice gesture. Or the scroll of protection from undead can. Oh, that was in the temple. For a second there, I was like, the wraiths. Yeah, but these are. I like these things.
You still have an unidentified potion and ring on you, I believe.
Yeah, so I will not be testing the potion. How much HP do I have, by the way? I will try the ring on, and let's hope it doesn't burn me.
You put it on your finger. It does not burn you. You gain 2 HP from Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm. This is just the next day?
Yeah, this is just Wednesday.
Okay. And the ring does not immediately do anything.
You notice nothing when you put it on.
Right, I'll keep it on long enough to see if I can detect if I detect lies. People lie all the fucking time. I assume over the course of the morning, having conversations, I'll check for the lidar.
LiDAR.
Oh, yeah, I'm adding. I will memorize lightning. At some point, I'll exchange Phantom Steed for Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
I think I'm almost ready to go to Dimension Beast hunting. What are they called? Whatever. Blink dogs to know teleport kitties.
Yeah.
What about how I've been hunting this creature for so long, and I've forgotten its name.
What creature? The wraith?
Oh, God, a major brain fart.
The unicorn?
Displacer beasts.
Displacer beasts.
Yeah. When is my custom robe supposed to be finished?
On Friday, and today's Wednesday.
Okay. And the better question is, how am I going to get that robe without
going into town?
I'll send a servant in or something. I think I still owe half of it on completion.
Okay.
Okay, Lord Song's birthday, right? So I'm like digging through my loot, trying to come up with something with a thoughtful gift. Do I even need to give a gift? Is that customary in this land?
Gifts on birthdays? Yeah, it's a thing.
I haven't even known this guy for a full year, and I'm supposed to give him a birthday present.
You probably could get away with not doing it, but I think it's
yeah, it'd be a nice gesture.
Yeah.
What can I make him in the forge in one day? I'll give him the ballista plans. That'll do it. I'll make a gesture out of it. Remember when we first met? Oh, but I kind of like the. I'm so greedy, so greedy. So I'm okay. I'm agonizing over what to give him. His birthday is Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's Wednesday. Make a macaroni picture of it for him.
We go from murdering people in their sleeps to what do I get him for his birthday? Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, everybody. Enjoy your stay.
So, is anything happening, or were you were just?
I was just informing you that this is going on. People are making preparations. Servants are setting things about. It appears that there's going to be a small dinner. All the servants and guards and the sheriff was supposed to be invited, but he's not. All the nobles from town are coming up.
And I assume I shouldn't be there. Have I been informed of anything? Does this Baron at some point?
No, yes, you have been informed that you will be attending the dinner. And as one of his, right-hand men, Greller's really his right-hand man. You're like his left-hand man. But as one of the heads of his council, you'll be seated at his end of the table, and the other nobles will be scattered down the line, with at the far end soldiers and men-at-arms.
So I'm allowed to be. I'm not like a secret wizard. I'm endorsed by the state still. I thought I was getting disowned.
No, you're endorsed by the state still. Right. You are here.
I'm gonna leverage this then and send a servant to go to the tailor with the rest of the money and demand that she work exclusively on my new set of robes because there's this fancy dinner the next day.
Okay.
It better be done by Thursday, or it's off with their head, or some other vague threat. I let you let the servant or the messenger translate. They're professionals.
Yeah.
I believe I paid half up front, right? Of the 250. Is that what we said?
Yes.
Because we said I've got all the pockets, and I can customize every time I cast it, right?
Right.
So 250. So I'll 125 gold. I'll spend with. That is so rude, Neil. Silence your phone. Pay attention.
It's done.
I'm just kidding. You can.
No, it's a valid point. That's why the alarm was turned off, though. It's because people kept texting me during D&D.
Like this all the time. Does he just take his text messages midstream? This guy.
All right, you send a servant.
Send a servant with 125 gold, demanding that that the robes be finished ahead of schedule.
Right. The servant comes back saying that the tailor has agreed, and that the robes will be done by Thursday afternoon.
And delivered.
Yes.
Cool. And I also want. Oh, I can figure this out for myself. Maybe is there a tailor in the house, in the, what you call it, in the keep?
In the keep?
Or
No, he does not have a tailor on.
Okay, so then there's a
retainer.
back and forth also where I send the messenger back to make sure that also there's got to be a sash made with the sigil, and then I give the sigil that's on my robe now.
Yeah.
Like stitch, just like it'll be like I don't know.
Just stitch it on or create a new one.
Yeah, stitch it on.
Okay.
Either, whatever they got.
Embroider
time for.
a new
I'm
one.
less concerned about that. I mean, the actual what gets conveyed between this random messenger and the tailor and what actually shows. I care less. I mean, I already put in the specifications for my magic robe. This is
Okay.
just, what do they call those things? It's like I don't know. It's not like it looks like a shawl or a scarfy thing, but it's
a sash.
Maybe like a sash,
a shawl, or a scarf.
They're often even like in part of like graduation gowns, I think, like a little like
a half coat. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's kind of like a cape with the thing that goes over your. I'll look it up and figure it out.
Oh, you're talking about a cowl.
Cowl?
Yeah, COWL.
Yeah, and like denotes some sort of. No, I mean I see what a cowl is. Yeah, I mean functionally the same thing.
Okay.
But I'll find. Hood. I think they're just called a hood.
Oh.
Okay. But like, yeah, okay. But not necessarily with the overhead. Like, so like you'll get like, I think some like with like academic regalia, they'll include it, which is more. Say academic hood, is that a thing?
Anywho,
it's like, yeah. If you image search for academic hood, you'll see
academic hood.
Like you wear them to yeah.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yes.
And so that will display house song.
Okay.
So instead of a yeah. I'll either send her with the patch. I'll send the patch, and she can either make a new one or embroider it. Basically, so that I can take it off and be my secret wizard. And then when I put it on, I'll be like, "Oh, he's official Art Carl." And then it's like, "Just kidding, disguise. I'm Georg." Because I'm not. After the gold that I paid to get this Deep Pockets robe made, I'm not going to emblazon it with Lord Song's sigil.
Sure.
That's mine.
So as you're walking around that day or that morning with this magic ring on,
a poncho. That's the word I was looking for.
A poncho.
Not a hood. A poncho. Thanks, axe. Okay, so what's going on? Am I getting random encounter ambushed?
No, you're wearing this ring.
Oh yeah. Okay. So do I? Okay, I think a good opportunity to check probably would have been the conversation with the messenger.
Okay.
I'm sure he at least told me a few little lies, like when that. Maybe not.
No. So at first you don't notice anything, but by the time half a day has passed, you notice that someone has made some sort of little white lie about, I was really busy last night doing that task with Kel Greller, and I didn't even get to the bed until the sun came up. And you can tell he's lying about not being able to get to bed until the sun came up.
I just get a feeling that he's like, it's just like beep 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 lying. Or
I mean, it's not like a beeping in your mind,
but
you can innately tell. Like if someone's a bad liar and they're trying to lie to you, but they're like clearly looking down or they're sputtering, and you can tell that they're lying. You just innately tell that this little minor white lie, which most people would have not even noticed, it just resounds with you. You just notice all the little tells about it.
But I don't get any inkling of the truth. It just informs when someone's lying.
Yes.
That's powerful. I don't know if Lord Song deserves this. Is the ring, does it indicate that it's like is it adorned in any way that would make it clear that it once belonged to this paladin, to Steel Truth Seeker?
It is a platinum ring.
Ooh, that couldn't. That's the holy medal of the stair, is it
Right,
not?
and there are 3 circles inscribed on it. One on on equilaterally along the circumference of the ring on the outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I slew the man in single combat, sort of. Maybe not quite. Surely a stare would call that justice. Maybe. I really need a detect alignment spell for myself. Or is that not necessary at this point? I don't think that's necessary at this point.
I think we know who you are. Now, another interesting side effect is that you find yourself unable to tell any lies.
Okay, well that's.
You try and give make some
I
slight
think it was maybe
falsehood
when I was
somewhere.
telling the messenger to tell her that it'll be off with her head. I couldn't get out the threat because I knew that I wouldn't actually behead the tailor.
Right.
Making my robe in time.
Right.
So that's why I said insert vague threat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you can, while wearing this ring, discern any lies, but you cannot speak any yourself.
Well, I would definitely not be wearing this to dinner.
Okay. Anyway, so let's pass with Wednesday as well. You can go ahead and gain another 2 HP.
Do I gain 3 because it was complete rest?
No, because you were still walking around and talking to people, and complete
Okay,
bed
now
rest
that I-
is like hospitalized bed rest.
So I've learned Lightning Bolt.
Yes.
I can move on. I think Clairaudience was next on my list, but let's take a look at Randall's spellbook.
All right. Also, let's see if we can do some experience now, huh? Because you have a few days here where nothing's going on. Okay. How much experience does a level 6 paladin give you?
Lightning Bolt. Oh, there are material components to Lightning Bolt. A bit of fur and an amber, crystal, or glass rod. Can such things be acquired? Like, am I? Oh, I'm allowed in town to shop, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are allowed to do whatever you want, really.
I don't trust it. Okay, if Lord Song has not mentioned Clairaudience.
Not in a while.
Like, not ever. I mean, he put in the first request, but it's not like, when are you gonna? Yeah, he hasn't even asked me to use Clairvoyance. I'm gonna learn Fly next,
Okay.
so that I can go fly away to the secret wizard fortress in the sky. And yeah. And I think I'll also need material components to enchant my whatchafuzzum, my deep pockets every day.
Okay. So you're getting certain amount of experience for killing the paladin. I'm giving you like another 500 experience for the slaying everyone in their sleeps. Not because you killed them in their sleep, but because of the reputation you're building for yourself through that matter. I'm giving you
reputation.
Some experience for moving into the castle, like changing your living station from house in town to room in the keep. That's a big boost for you.
Really, I felt like it was kind of a downgrade, but I guess I mean
Um,
I agree with you on second thought. But like my first thought was like, what? You're taking my house away?
no, I would say this is probably more advantageous position.
Yeah,
You're more secure. You're much safer here,
yeah,
and that puts you in the house of the Lord, which gives you a lot more access to him, which increases your reputation, and other people would perceive you as a lot more important because you're living in his keep.
yeah. I didn't
So,
even consider that.
yeah, it's a huge status upgrade. You gathered some magic items, yada yada yada. How many spell levels did you cast?
Oh, 11 plus. I don't think there were any.
11. It's 50 experience each one.
Yeah, so 50
So
times 11 is 550.
yeah. And anything
I learned
else?
lightning bolt. Do we get experience for?
Oh yes, that's 300 experience for lightning bolt. Um,
Um,
let's
I think
see.
that.
That's it. Um, let's throw in some role playing experience in there. You did pretty good with that. So all said and done, paladins are worth a lot. You know what? That's a little bit too much. Hold on.
What? You can't. Don't you have like an experience calculator that makes these things objective?
Yes, but except for role playing experience, that's
Oh yeah.
non-objective. Yeah.
Well, just tell me so I know how much to lawyer. Is it more than 4,000?
Yeah, it's a lot more than 4,000.
Okay, good. Is it?
It
Does it
it's
make up for the wraith BS?
it's 10,560.
Almost makes up for the wraith BS. Is that including 10%?
No, it's 11,616.
Okay.
Paladins are worth a lot. 6th level paladins are worth a lot of experience.
All right. I do level up back to level 6. My total is now 48,133. I am slightly higher than I was before the wraith strained me. But I will probably have less HP.
Let's roll that d4.
3. I have exactly the same HP.
Perfect. And you gain a proficiency with dagger.
I am once again proficient with Carl.
Um,
I get my saves back.
Yep.
And I get another 3rd level spell per day.
Yes, I don't know if you learn another spell from leveling though.
I think I touched a wraith, Neil. How much better research can you get for wraith form than that?
That's true.
Scratching my soul. It was one you were even telling me to consider last time around, and I told you I think even at the beginning of the session that I was starting to think about that, or maybe that was during one of the breaks.
No, you said at the
I
beginning of
really
the
think I
session
should
you were
get
going
a
to lawyer
roll.
wraith form.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let it slide because it's
I
wraith form, but only because it's wraith form.
was
Otherwise,
supposed to get a spell every time I level up. Oh, but you mean
you de-leveled and you didn't lose the spells that you gained when you leveled.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but I think it fits into the lore.
I think the wraith
touched
form
me.
is an acceptable
Let
thing
me
to
even
learn.
look at what. I mean, I don't even know what. Do you want me to roll for it, or do I just automatically gain?
It's an auto gain when you level.
Okay. And I write that in the. That's in the back of Lori's spellbook.
God. I'm glad you're keeping track of where all your spells are written.
Yeah, I need to come up with a better system because it's pretty ugly right now. But I'll get all this organized someday. TM. How many pages does a spell take?
D6 plus 2.
And I need to come up with a better system for 5 pages. A better system for keeping track of spell components because I've got so many. It's like made my character sheet a horrible, nasty 2-pager.
All right. I've added wraith form to your spell list. Not that it is complete at this point. I think I'm missing like half of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all right. We're all missing things.
I think you may just be missing like blink, like the level 3 spells. But I don't know. Or maybe also what I gained last time. Your current spells.
All right, blink
Bit of
added to your
gauze and
list.
a wisp of smoke. So I think I have to set the gauze on fire to make the smoke wisp. Is that the idea?
Wisp of smoke.
Yeah, and how else do you get a wisp of smoke? I think you burn the gauze in the casting of the spell is the implication.
Okay.
Substantial. Rhythm is pretty sweet.
Okay. Oh, and lightning bolt. You also gained
And
that.
dude, this totally fits in with the whole lich thing, whether or not we believe in it.
The wraith form does.
Yeah, turn in substantial, requiring magic weapons to hit. Undead, ignore the individual, believing him to be a wraith or a specter. Your lich or special undead may make a saving throw as a spell to recognize. Pass through small horizontal cracks, blah, blah, blah. No form of attack is possible except against creatures on the ethereal plane.
You have clairvoyance already.
Yes. My third level spells are Blink, Lightning Bolt, Phantom Steed, Clairvoyance, Wraith Form. I'm not sure if we added all of my displace. Trick. You're missing. I do have Spider Climb. You are missing Deep Pockets, which I picked up the last time I hit level 6. Or maybe like we added that at level 6 to make up for. In any case, I
Right. Deep Pockets is being added now. Anything else?
Knock and Wizard Lock. Yeah, these were spells from Scrolls. What was that guy's name? Bruce.
Right.
You got
Knock.
you got some of Bruce's spells, but not all of them. I guess we missed a round.
Knock and Wizard Lock have been added.
Oh, there's a bunch, dude. There's level 1 spells too. You want to take care of all this now?
Yeah, let's just do it all right now.
All right.
What else are we missing?
Erase, hold portal.
Hold on, one at a time.
Erase.
Hold portal.
Portal. Locate object. Maybe I'm wondering if we should keep the spellbook separate. Like if we want to make a spellbook for Georg and then keep the spells that I know from Lori's.
Well, I want to keep one list of all the spells that you have memorized just for easy access.
All right, cool.
And you can keep them separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erase, hold portal, locate object.
Yeah, locate object. Somehow you got Spider Climb. Start at the top. We have enlarge. I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So there's nothing else to do then on Wednesday. So we can just skip to Lord Song's birthday. Is there anything in particular? Yeah, you do get your robe in time for dinner. Is there anything in particular that you would like to do here at the dinner?
I kind of don't want to be here. It seems weird. Like here I am. The things that I've done, and to still be allowed at the dinner table. Georg's got low self-esteem.
Okay.
And he's also a murderer.
Yes.
So there's that. He's got reason to have low self-esteem. I'm gonna swap out the wizard. What do I wizard? I wizard lock the chest in my new room.
Sure.
And then rememorize a Deep Pockets, which I am going to cast every day. I need spell components for these new spells. How do we want to? They're mundane, but I still need to figure out. I need golden needles and thread every day for my Deep Pockets.
You can buy things like needles and thread. Just shell out
a golden needle, so it might cost more.
Okay. Yeah, a golden needle will cost you 5 gold to make, I think. You know what? Hold on. The spells and magic should have
down. I'm a blacksmith. What if I just melt down the gold and make my own damn?
Yeah. Then you can make a golden needle yourself with a successful proficiency check and 1 gold worth of supplies.
Yeah. Our D20 plus 10. 14. No, I'd probably lose the gold anyways.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a gold. It's not like the gold is ruined.
Okay, so is that every day I get to do that?
You can do probably multiple times in a day.
Okay.
If your golden needle doesn't turn out how you like it, you just bash it down and start over again.
Okay. I can pass on the second try.
Yeah.
And you get one. Do I get one golden needle from a gold, or can I? Make
Yeah,
more
I
than
think
one?
1 gold covers the fuel and supplies needed to make a single needle.
Okay. Can I make more than one, or do I have to make a proficiency check each time? So
No,
you
I
make-
mean you can make a bunch. You have a lot of downtime,
yeah.
so we
that's
don't
what
have to worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. And then the thread I already had actually.
Yeah.
So can we say I got 10 golden needles?
Sure. You can buy as much thread as you want for.
On the lightning bolt, I needed like amber rods and things, so things that probably aren't free, but we may want to look up in the.
Right, an amber rod is going to be something
some
you're going to need
fur.
to order specially.
Or I think there were some other options. It can also be glass. I think it's like a
Okay.
glass crystal or amber rod. So it can also be crystal. There's no glass blowing proficiency. Can blacksmith make glass rods too?
Raceland's brother uses an amber rod when he casts lightning bolt.
Raceland's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Raceland has a brother?
A twin brother?
Caramon?
Yeah. He does it
Caramon?
during Raceland's dream during the Tower of
Oh,
High
yeah, yeah,
Sorcery, and then he turns around and kills his brother.
You're right. I mean, but Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, that was clearly a reference to second edition Dungeons.
Oh yeah, the original trilogy was actually a D&D campaign before it was a series of books.
Yeah.
And they based the story off of the campaign up until halfway through the second book when the story writing got ahead of the campaign planning.
It's like old timey Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Maybe
Mhm.
not quite, but analogous. Like the books getting ahead of the D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Like the show getting ahead of the books. I don't even.
But it was really cool to read the books after having played D&D and realized, he pulls out a bit of some rose petals and sprinkles them on the deck of the ship, and then the goblins fall asleep. Yeah, he's using a sleep spell there.
Yeah.
The spell components are accurate with second edition, is what I'm saying, and it's really cool.
So I'm guessing those are something that show up in spells and magic.
I didn't see Amber Rod. Maybe it's under Rod, comma Amber. That would make more sense than. You might have to special order that from another town.
I can also get. I can also do glass, which I might argue that I can try to make as well, like a glass rod. I don't think there's a glass blowing proficiency. I would argue that just falls in under blacksmithing.
I don't think glass blowing is the same as blacksmithing.
I know, but there's no proficiency for it. So how do we handle it?
Okay, a glass rod is a rare item that costs a gold. An amber rod is a rare item that costs 25 gold.
Maybe glass blowing is. I do have a spare non-weapon proficiency slot.
Okay.
Could become a glass blower.
Yeah, you can probably get a glass rod. You can order that from Stormheim.
There's lightning bolt. I want my lightning bolt. If I whine louder, will you give me a discount on the? How long does it take to get from Stormheim?
It's a few days' journey. Let's see if Cauldron has any glass blowers in it.
Is that actually on your town list? Glass
Yeah,
blower?
it is. Actually, Misty Rapids has 2 glass blowers in it. Yeah, you can have someone here make it for you for a gold.
I
Not a
need
problem.
to have my glass rod in time for the party. You never know if I'll need to cast a lightning bolt.
In time for the party?
I'm mostly joking.
Okay,
I mean, I'll get it as quickly as I can. But
sure. Your glass rod... Yeah, if you ordered it on Wednesday, it can be done by Thursday.
And I need multiple, right? Like they're consumed in the casting of the spell.
Ooh, are they? I didn't think
know.
they were.
I mean, I thought it was assumed that spell components were
Yeah, unless it says it
a
doesn't.
bit of fur and an amber crystal or glass rod. I mean, I assume you rub the fur on the rod.
I think the rod will probably maintain.
Okay, so that's like a. Okay, but the fur gets consumed.
No, I think the fur and the rod, you rub them together and produce static, and it zaps out.
But it's not. Okay, so then you can. Then I'm
Yeah.
less. Then I'm less likely to. I mean, you can say it takes longer than a day.
No, that's fine. You can get it in a day.
because it's not like a miniature glass rod.
Right. It's a full-on glass rod. It's going to weigh a pound and
Okay.
be fragile. The amber rod is a lot more stable. The glass rod is a gold. The fir is like 5 silver.
Glass rod and fur. I guess amber would be less fragile.
Yeah.
Sorry, how much did you say it was?
1 gold for the rod, 5 silver for the fir.
Okay.
An amber rod would be solid and not likely to break.
Yeah. And it weighs a pound, you said? Or
Yes.
more? Pound. Okay. Ooh, I do also. I mean, I haven't had time to get on it yet, but I want to make myself a brass or bronze quarterstaff at some point. I assume a blacksmith. Do you need weaponsmithing to make something as crude as a quarterstaff that's normally free?
No, that's fine. You can do it with
I think
blacksmithing.
just for flavor text. Now that I'm in the keep, I mean, it'll probably take a few weeks, so especially at the rate that I accumulate downtime. But
Right.
now that I've made myself some golden needles, my next blacksmithing project will be a badass bronze rod, probably shaped like a serpent.
Yeah.
For a song.
Okay. So Thursday, Song's birthday.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you would like to do while at the party, or say, or intone?
I don't think so. No. I'll sit back and observe. I have a new level 3 spell. So I had exchanged Phantom Steed for Lightning Bolt, right? I think I'll have Clairvoyance memorized. I don't know if they're. Have you prepared this feast, or are we flying on the seat of our pants here?
A little bit of both.
I also need material components for Wraith form.
Okay.
We can deal with that another day. There's a bit of gauze. Is that free?
You can pay a couple of silver and grab some gauze. It's not
Okay.
fine. Not a big deal. Well, the other thing is it's 4 o'clock. We can
Yeah,
end
I
here. I think you're busy.
We actually need to wrap up pretty soon. I mean, we can go a few minutes over, but if
No.
this is
Why
like
don't we
a
just
thing,
do
maybe
Lord Song's birthday next week?
Yeah, we just did experience and sort of recovered, and actually
Yeah.
got Georg and
Your stats aren't full.
I am down 1 strength and 1 will. Correct.
Okay, so close to being full. The closest you've been since you found this amulet.
Yep.
Yep. Poor Reptar all those years ago.
Yeah, still haven't. Fucking Tyrus started this whole witch hunt, and we still have. I mean, I guess he's the final boss, right?
This whole witch hunt started because you enlarged Rohana.
No, I didn't enlarge her. She just read my mind.
No, she read your mind because you enlarged her and trapped her in her house. So she ESP'd you to see what the hell was going on inside your head. And you were thinking at that time something about, I wonder if this is the Lich's phylactery.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she was able to escape her house, she went and told Tyrus.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it from her perspective.
Georg's prank, back when he was a good-spirited, having fun sort of guy, playing pranks on other wizards, has caused the deaths of hundreds of people.
Oh, God.
All right.
It was the world. The world was not ready for Georg.
Yeah.
Turned him into a monster. Turned him into Ark Carl.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've got now. We will come back for more Dicing with Death next Wednesday, the 27th of April at noon Pacific time, as usual. Any final farewells today, Ryan?
I don't think so. Thanks for watching. We finally made up for last week. And Georg's back on top, ready to... I don't know. Maybe not on top. Maybe he descended. Maybe he's down below in the fiery pits of Malchus.
Yes. But we finally have some people know the truth of who Carl is.
Yes.
The horrors done in the name of Georg grow. So that's it. We'll see you guys next week. If you stick around in half an hour, there'll be more stream, but I got to grab some food. So see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Later.